Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Or is it Brandin Podziemski dunking on the Mavericks? Today, Brandin Podziemski posted a masterclass, finishing well on both the offensive end as well as drawing charges and steals on the defensive end, and proving critical to the Warriors in key moments as they basically whooped the Dallas Mavericks earlier today. In today's film review, we're going to break down everything Brandin Podziemski. And in this first clip right here, you see Buddy Hield driving down the court and Brandin Podziemski going to the wing position. Now, normally you'd expect Brandin Podziemski to either shoot, as he's got some space as the Dallas Mavericks come back to the center of the court, or maybe even just drive towards the hole. Let's see what he does right here, though, as we play this clip a little bit more. You see right here, Buddy Hield gives him the shot. He has an angle for the shot. He has an angle to shoot this three-point shot and make it, but Brandin Podziemski's a smart dude. He drives, and you notice he basically flummoxes the whole Dallas Mavericks defense, and there's no one here in the paint. And that was essentially a very relevant theme throughout this entire game, in that Brandin Podziemski abused the fact that the Dallas Mavericks basically had no center. We have this play right here, where on defense, Brandin Podziemski's once again in that lock and trail position. If you look at our earlier videos, the one about Moses Moody published just yesterday, he's always kind of in this lock and trail position, and the Warriors love to use this lock and trail, with Looney essentially setting a drop coverage to basically contain the ball handler and allow for Brandin Podziemski to catch up. But Brandin Podziemski needs no introduction on the defensive end and is able to actually poke it from behind. He doesn't need Looney's help at all, and that starts a transition play and starts the Warriors' process of turnovers. Last game, they were able to get some of the most turnovers on the Kings compared to the Dallas Mavericks, who also don't give up a lot of turnovers, but they were also able to turn them over a lot as well. Right here, we have another clip where Brandin Podziemski's guarding Kyrie Irving, the guy who lit us up for 43 just last game. And they have a lot of help here, obviously. Draymond comes over to help, and we have Jimmy Butler basically kind of shading, so to say, towards Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie Irving passes it off, and then we're going to have PJ Washington essentially driving towards the rim. Now, Brandin Podziemski's guarding Kyrie Irving. Is he going to come over and help? That's his role. Draymond Green is already coming over to the strong side shooter. So it is Brandin Podziemski's role. That's the rules of this defense. Brandin Podziemski should come over. See what he does right here. He basically sprints. He sprints over to essentially try and contest. And what does he do amazingly here? I want you guys to watch really fast. So look, Brandin Podziemski is immediately going to go straight up. And he's not going to foul at all and just try to contest this, try to give his best effort. But if he's not able to contest it, it's okay. But he's actually able to block PJ Washington, who's like 6'10", and Brandin Podziemski's like a stout 6'5". And that's amazing. That's what Brandin Podziemski allows the Warriors to do. Right here, we have Klay Thompson in this play right here. And I love what you're going to see. So the Warriors are going to basically try and push him away from the middle. But Brandin Podziemski understands the way the Warriors offense and defense works. And on the defensive end specifically, he's really a savant of positioning. And so he's going to try and make sure that basically Klay Thompson is being pushed by Moody towards the baseline. And so Brandin Podziemski wants to make it so that he is the only obstacle between Moody and the rim. And that's his goal when he draws a charge. And so what you're going to see right here is that's exactly what he does. Draymond Green forces him to take an angle towards the basket. Brandin Podziemski realized this is the only angle that Klay Thompson has to get towards the basket, because Moses Moody's pushing him on this side, Draymond Green's pushing him on this side. He really has nowhere else to go. And so as you play this clip a little bit more, you see he didn't really have a choice. He had to pass it out, but he ends up pushing over Podziemski right here and ends up drawing the charge, which is awesome. And Brandin Podziemski has been really elite at this, and it's probably on team scouting report at this point. Here's really the thing I'm most excited about, though, about Brandin Podziemski, and that's his ability to initiate on the ball. Even with someone like Jimmy Butler on the floor, it's clear Brandin Podziemski is going to be the guy who's going to initiate the offense and set the offense into what it needs to be. Maybe this is early and maybe it's just because Jimmy Butler is new, but I think this could continue for quite a while. So Jimmy Butler basically fakes the screen and is going to go into all of this open space. Obviously, the Dallas Mavericks don't have a center on the court right now, so he's going to try and make it so that Brandin Podziemski has a lot of room to operate at the top of the key. Now, this is where Brandin Podziemski shows off his own moves. Spin move into a finish, and those types of buckets are not buckets we had earlier in the season from Brandin Podziemski. That was the elbow right here. That was a 2-point shot. That was him creating his whole entire offense. Jimmy Butler did something by kind of drawing the help defense from the paint, but he didn't really do much at all. And I think that's an important point. If we have players like Brandin Podziemski, this guy right here, the fuzzy hairball guy, finishing for us, then that's going to be awesome. And that's going to really change the Warriors' outlook as a whole into the future as well. Right here in this next play, what we got here is Quinton Post is going to be at the top of the key. And Brandin Podziemski is essentially going to be acting like he is basically not going to do anything in this play. He's just going to kind of meander around looking like, I'm just an inconspicuous guy. Then he sets a quick screen, and we're going to have a rejection of the screen as well. So basically trying to confuse the Dallas Mavericks and get a quick cut to the rim. What you're going to see right here, though, is essentially Brandin Podziemski is going to come up, get the ball from Quinton Post, and then confidently rise for three. And look at what time it is in the shot clock. There's 14 seconds left. This is a confident Brandin Podziemski who, obviously the Warriors are up huge, but still a confident Brandin Podziemski who believes he can make and take big shots, and he's making them and taking them, which is just great for us to see. If you guys loved Brandin Podziemski's performance just earlier today and want to see more videos from us, please like and subscribe and comment below what you thought about this game overall. Thank you guys for watching.